I'm going to introduce you to my guest today. I'm delighted to say that Karen Oliver from Beyond the Bathroom Scales blog, it's a fantastic blog, is joining me now live on the programme. Good morning to you, Karen.
Good morning, Richard.
So great for you to be up this morning, albeit I hear you are up a bit early anyway today.
4 a.m. with the teething toddler.
Oh no,
Yeah,
for you.
rough start.
Well, you're looking great, and it's great to have you on the show this morning. So let's begin. Tell us a little bit about Beyond the Bathroom Scale, please.
So, Beyond the Bathroom Scale, while I tell people it's a health and fitness blog, I think that then shoves it in the category of people expecting it to just be smoothie bowls and kale and yoga poses and things. And that isn't really what the blog's about. What the blog really is a kind of backlash against the diet industry. A big passion of mine is debunking the kind of myths around dieting, diet industries, the books, the diet plans, everything you've got to like. I mean, just in the last 20 years, we've seen fat vilified. Everyone's cutting carbs, sugar, now it's gluten, dairy free, free of everything. And many people are going down this route of, oh, well, to lose weight, to be slim, because that's the end goal with all these blogs. It's all about being slim and losing weight. Everyone's focusing on, well, if I cut all these things out, I'll be slim. And they're not worrying about whether they actually have any intolerances or actually have any allergies. They haven't often gone to professionals or experts. They've just picked up a book in the supermarket, thought the woman on the cover's thin and gorgeous. I'll copy her diet. That'll be good enough. I'll lose weight to be like that. So what Beyond the Bathroom Scale does is I have a team of experts. I work with a weight loss surgeon. I have a nutritionist and a personal trainer that often write for the blog. And they debunk the myths, they back up the science. And my side of it is I write some recipes, I do product reviews, and I also have my own ramble of my own battle with, well, I came beaten pre-diabetes, hypertension, and also lost a load of weight as a side effect of that, without having to diet or anything like that. It was just exercise and eating normal food. I didn't cut anything out, really, just moderation. So it sounds boring, but it's straightforward advice.
Yeah, I was going to say that to you, Karen. Like, let's say one person is overweight and it's just due to bad habits, bad routine, bad eating, not enough exercise. Obviously they do want to do something to get better. Let's say they decide one moment that from now on I need to get better, I need to get healthier. Then what should they be doing? What should be the next step for them?
Well, my first step, because I actually had that sort of epiphany one day. I just woke up and thought, I'm not doing this anymore. I've got to change. I've got to do something. I came back from the doctor's office and he said pre-diabetic, and I thought, pre-diabetic? I was 19. I thought, I'm not having a lifetime of type 2 diabetes. I'd watched my father suffer from it. And so the first things I did that day, I went out for a walk. Such a simple thing, but no one I think we get so caught up with overcomplicating exercise, and it's all must have this equipment, must do this workout, this celebrity is doing that DVD, I must go and copy that. And I didn't bother with any of that. The first thing I did was I started walking every day, just a quick walk around the block, a quick 1 mile walk. I picked up an apple for a snack instead of my usual chocolate bar or fizzy drink or whatever it was. And that was it. It started from there. And then the next big thing was teach myself to cook, because so many of my generation, we don't know how to cook. We're very ready meals, straight in the oven, straight in the microwave, or eating on the go, eating at the desk. I used to do a lot of that in my last job. So I stopped eating at my desk. I made time to eat proper meals, usually cook them from scratch. But it's, again, I know a lot of people that cook big meals on Sundays and batch them, put them in the freezer so they've got something to heat up in the week. And that's perfectly fine. At least it's home cooked food. And just simple exercise, something that ties into your day.
Now, you mentioned that your blog has really good experts, but a lot of the things you're saying there, were they things that you motivated by yourself? Were they things that you learnt by yourself? Or did you turn to experts yourself?
I read a lot of books. I'm quite a bookish person, so I read an awful lot of books, really basic books. Actually, have you ever read the For Dummies range?
No, I
I
haven't.
used to teach myself coding and things like that through the For Dummies range. So there's like Windows 10 for Dummies and Raspberry Pi for Dummies and lots of different things. And they actually have a fitness book and a weight loss book and nutrition. So all three of them were really good books. And I started just reading things like that. And in them books, they have a bibliography at the back with further references. So the references were all like medical journals and other books, more accessible books than medical journals, and that sort of thing. And it was just such basic information. I think we all know it really, but really as a society, we're looking for that quick fix. So we know we need to drink water. We know we need to exercise. We know we need to go to bed at a proper time. But I think many of us are looking for something a bit more exciting, a bit sexier image kind of thing of health. And unfortunately, it doesn't exist. It's just the boring stuff that really gets the results.
Is there then a difficulty of not keeping up with these things when you? And I know the one thing which you do is you have a 12-week planner. Tell us a little bit about that and what that does.
So the 12-week planner, my idea with that is when I started out, I was using my Fitness Pal. It's a smartphone app. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a really good app. You can track every food that you eat. You can put recipes. You can barcode scan, that sort of thing. It's really convenient. Worked so well for the first year. But the problem I was finding is, like everything else, it became a habit. And I was logging things, but not really looking at what I was eating. So I was just logging it, pressing complete diary at the end of the day and not really thinking any more about it. And then as I got really hectic in my career, I used to be a social worker. So I didn't find I had much time to dedicate to exercise. I couldn't spend 3 hours in the gym or anything like that, just out of this world to think of that. So what I was doing, I was slipping into habits and not really noticing that I was slowly sliding back to where I used to be. So I created the planner so that I could sit down at the end of each day and really focus on what I had eaten, what I really had done in terms of exercise, had I even left my desk that day. And by writing it down, I found I was a lot more mindful with it. So I wasn't just automatically tracking. It wasn't just relying on Fitbits and things to track it for me. I had to consciously think, right, did I eat what I was really meant to be eating? Did I just comfort eat? What could I have done better that day? What sabotaged myself? And by doing that and asking myself these questions, I'm a lot more mindful of what I'm doing. So I find the planner keeps me on track that way. And so because it was helpful to me, I published it, and hopefully it's helpful to other people, which I'm getting good feedback so far. So I recommend it.
And crucially, that's very often the most important thing. It's not just helping yourself, it's helping others as well. All right, let's learn a little bit more about you, Karen, as well. Let's play 5 favourite things. I know you've already mentioned a book already. I don't know if that'll come in there. Basically, I'll throw 5 different things at you. You've got to give me the first answer which comes into your head, and then at the end, I will discuss one of those points in a little bit more detail. Are you ready, Karen?
Sounds fun. I am. I'm ready for this.
Wonderful. All right. Favourite book?
The minute I'm reading Ariana Huffington's Thrive.
Ah, okay. Favourite song?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. Five Finger Death Punch, anything by them.
Okay, I've not
really love them.
I've not heard of them, but
they're a metal band. I really like them. They get me going in the morning.
Yeah, you need that motivation to start the day.
Yeah.
Favourite city?
Oh, it's not really a city. It's Calambos in Menorca. Oh. It's like a little sort of village tourist place. It's beautiful, nice. Really beautiful place.
Favourite film?
Back to the Future trilogy. All 3 of them. Can't pick. Love them. Have to watch them all in a row.
And favourite food?
Ooh, calzone from Frankie and Benny's.
Ah, okay. Very nice, very nice. So I want to ask you a bit more about your favourite book. What's so good about this book right now?
So it's a book I could have really done with reading this a few years ago. Ariana Huffington, she's the founder of Huffington Post, and she talks about how one day she just collapsed at a desk at work and just thought, this is ridiculous. I'm working myself to the grave. I need to turn around. I need to actually fit my business around my life rather than try and fit my life into it. And that really speaks to me because when I was a social worker, it was all career, and I didn't put myself first. My health was sliding back. So this book kind of reminds me that even though I'm working for myself now, I still need to be designing a business that fits around my life rather than try and squeeze my health and things into it.
Well, by running Sportuccino. I think I need to read that book as well. So I'm
It's a
going to
really
go
good
and
book.
check it out. Ariana Huffington's book. Well, I'll check that. All right. It's been so good to talk to you this morning, Karen. Just before you
It's been
go,
great to talk
why
to
don't
you.
you give us a reminder of your social media channels and anything else you'd like to promote, please?
Okay, so the blog is at www.beyondthebathroomscale.co.uk. You can find me on Twitter, that's at BTBSblog. On Instagram, I'm Karen_@_BTBSblog. And you can also get a free copy of my health assessment workbook just by signing up to the newsletter on the blog. There'll be a big banner on there to click on.
Wonderful. And you've got a big blog coming up in a couple of weeks. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm launching into a bit of a soapbox speech on my blog. In a couple of weeks, there'll be a massive essay on all the things I hate about the diet and fitness industry. It's a bit of a rant, but I get very passionate about it. I'm trying to be academic and put in the research, but we'll see how that goes.
I'm sure it'll be great. We'll check it out. Karen Oliver from Beyond the Bathroom Scale, thank you so much for being on Sportuccino this morning.
Thank you for having me.